I come from this landscape here. I was born here, and so too were countless generations of my family. I love this landscape, and when I bring my body out into it, it's as if I'm bringing it home to where it belongs. I travelled to wild places, climbed the hills and mountains for years, but I always seemed to see something new, but still familiar. Some peculiarity I've never seen before, but I recognise it like an old friend not seen this long time. And more so when I'm away, I'm always drawn back. I always find myself in quieter moments when things are still. My mind's sneaking away on me, dragging me back home, like a compass needle drawn north. I think in the Irish psyche, in the Irish mind, our landscape has a unique and almost sacred presence and place. It's one of our most precious and deeply embedded traits as a people. It's often forgotten these days, somewhat dulled and dampened by urban life, I think, but still there nonetheless. Because, to be fair, our bodies and souls weren't made for offices, for straight streets, for corners and tight spaces. And caught in these places we're like a plant in a pot that's too small, stultified, stunted and hemmed in. Nowadays when we leave our homes out into a squared off, sterilised urban place, it can feel as though it's just another square on the map, a dead space for crossing, just to get from where you are to where you need to go. It makes a huge difference if instead you can escape to nature and waken up that innate sense you have buried within you, that just like a seed just waiting for water, that when you're out in a wild open place, in a natural old wood, or even in the park, with the sky above your head and life visible in some natural form, that instead of a dead space, you're stepping out into a living, breathing landscape in which you're supposed to be, away from where it's hidden by modernity, by cold, grey concrete, sharp edges, straight lines of glass or steel, claustrophobic spaces, all alien to a natural mind. And you can just imagine this land on which you stand has been host to and home for 1,000 generations of your ancestors, stretching all the way back, long before words were even ever written down. Their memories and their thoughts, their fears and their loves, their losses and triumphs, and the blood price for both, they hang in the air around you and are buried beneath your feet. Their ways of thinking, feeling and being were captivated, harnessed and honed by this landscape around you. And that heritage is alive in you, in us. It's in our blood. It's in your smile, in your sense of humour. It's in your temper. It's in your very bones and the way you carry them. It's written on your face and woven into your eyes. As much as we've changed the land over time, it too has come to make us who we are. In the same way the glaciers that came before us carved and hewed the land and ground the mountains down, tilled it on the open plains and made them fertile before man would ever walk here, so too our collective imagination, manifest in the music of our souls and the character of our hearts, has been sculpted and shaped by the land itself in turn. If you forget yourself just for a minute and track back into that ancient, primal trajectory that brought you here, waking up its immensity and its tragic beauty within your mind, and just remember, you come from this landscape, you were born here, and so too were countless generations of your family. You love this landscape because it is you, and you are it, interwoven and truly, tightly knit.